Hello, welcome to another Unwrapping. This time, Tom Baker, season 17 on Blu-ray, the collection. Really good season this one, lots of good stuff on here. And the SHADA on the back, if you haven't got it already, I've already done the steel book. But I think that they've now put some animation in there as well. So it's the full SHADA, the whole story this time. Really great. Horns of NIMON. Horns of David Niven. Nightmare of Eden. Creature from the Pit. Destiny of the Daleks. City of Death. Love the City of Death. That's the last of the Chaggaroth. And he was in Empire Strikes Back. He was piloting the Walker when it comes in on Hoth. And he goes, "You may start your landing now, Lord Vader." And he also talks to him when he's having his, how can I put this politely, his helmet cleaned on the starship. That's him. I don't know if you've ever seen that spoof video. Darth Vader being a smart ass. Well, that's him anyway, the last of the Chaggaroth in this. He's been in quite a few things. We're really pleased to get this. It's been a while since we've had a release, isn't it? I mean, after making my way through that awful Sylvester Stallone... Sylvester Stallone? What's the matter with me today? Sylvester McCoy, first season. Oh, God. It was really hard work getting through that box set. It was dreadful. I mean, it's really nicely done and everything, but I mean, that bit when he hangs off the cliff for a real cliffhanger for no reason and messing around with... oh, what's her name? No, let's leave that. Let's get on with this one, because this is a good one. Right, so we get the usual card holder. Same format as all the others. I wonder if they're going to bring out any black and white ones. I wish they'd get on with it. I'd really like a Heart and Troughton box set now. Mind you, I suppose you could do with one more Sylvester McCoy, then that would finish that one off. Maybe one more. Is it only one more Colin Baker? There's a few that could finish off their whole Doctor Hoods if they brought them out next year. Anyway, we'll wait and see, won't we? So let's see. The booklet's normally fantastic. And let's hope I've got the right discs as well, because in one of my previous ones, I opened this up and it had the wrong printing on these discs. So let's just check here. Yep, that looks good. Destiny of the Daleks. There he is. The last of the Chaggaroth. And in fact, I think he started off the human race, didn't he? Because he was split in time, and the one when he's where the beginning of the world trying to take off and he explodes, I think he creates life there and creates us. I think. Don't know if that's mentioned or not. Anyway, what else we got here? Creature from the Pit. It's quite a nice orangey presentation. It's quite a 70s sort of colour. Nightmare on Eden. The Horns of NIMON. The Horns of David Niven. And SHADA. That'd be interesting. And oh yeah, standard from the opening. SHADA. Bonus material. So you've got SHADA twice here. Okay. We'll also be having a look at the DVDs that this box set replaces as well. So again, every single one of these pictures has been wonderful. This time it's a photo. The last ones have been hand drawn. It's quite a nice photo. Very unlike the Doctor to arrive with a load of guards outside the TARDIS. Oh, there we go. Look at that one. Wow. God, you know, it's so good. I can't work out if it's a photo or a picture. Anyway, it's lovely. Oh, it is a picture. It looks like a photo. God, that's ever so well drawn, you know. And of course, these were robots as well, weren't they? It was two lots of robots fighting each... Well, I know, Daleks are not robots, are they? But they were a robot race. In fact, they look very Blake 7. I don't know if you're into Blake 7 at all. I can imagine these being on Blake 7. Oh. Oh, that's nice. A K9, all his bits open. That's lovely. They really do make a nice box set. That's why I'd always get these. I've noticed now they started to bring these out as a more standard Blu-ray, just in a normal case without all this. But it's really worth having, isn't it, if you're a Doctor Who fan? These are just lovely. I mean, look at that. I must admit, that's my favourite sort of looking TARDIS, really, with the dish plates, whatever you want to call them, all the way around, and not an awful section where they're just printed on a piece of paper. I think it was the end of the Hartnell time, and as the camera went off, these were just printed here and not actual proper made props, which is really like, oh dear. But I love the TARDIS bits. In this last year, Jodie Whittaker stuff, they haven't done quite so much in the TARDIS. They have this last Flux one, but I do like it when they, you know, have problems and get stuck in time. Oh, there is a. Oh, you can buy a Scaroff, not a Jaggeroff, a Scaroff. I got the wrong word again. Doctor Who on the Edge of Wokeness. I don't think I'll be bothering with that one. Oh yeah. Oh, there's all sorts on here. Exclusively available at B&M. Planet of the Daleks. An Earthly Child TARDIS. Oh. New collection out now. Well, well, well. Okay. Might actually keep that. In with the box set. Right then, so let's have a look and see what we get. Of course they fell in love, didn't they? I wonder if it was when they went to Paris, because I mean that City of Death is just so great, because it's all filmed in Paris, and it was so nice to get out of the studio and have some location. I wonder if they've got the negatives and done a proper Blu-ray transfer of that, like they did with the Spearhead from Space, because that blew me away, the Spearhead from Space, because they still had the 16mm negatives, because there was a strike on it at the time. They had to film it all with film and not in the studio on those awful videos. I wonder, because it would have all been location. Anyway, if you wish to pause, I'll just do it 2 pages at a time like this. Should be able to pick most of this up. So I wonder when they actually fell in love. I wonder if it was something to do with going to Paris together. Anyway, as usual, fantastic photos. Oh, it looks like a Michael Wisher Davros. I really liked him as Davros. So, you know, you've got your Doctor and you probably got your Davros as well. Which one was your favourite when you were growing up? I love Michael Wisher's Davros. He had a real intensity about him, real ruthlessness. City of Death. And of course we're going to get behind the sofa on all these, and that's the real fun bit. Because of course Tom Baker's still with us, Lalla Ward's still with us, so we'll hopefully get them on the sofa reviewing these. There he is. You may start your landing now, Lord Vader. That's quite funny, because he pulls off a mask and there's a mask underneath, which is that one. That's how one of the episodes finishes. Oh, this is nice. Oh, yes. Very nice. That's getting more into... that sort of reminds me of a Peter Davidson monster, that one. Perhaps they reused it. They could well have done, couldn't they? Like they did with the Sea Devils. Do you remember when they made them into sort of Japanese warriors? It was awful. Here's my old mate, David Niven. SHADA. The definitive version, exclusive to this set, the ultimate SHADA viewing experience presented in 6 episodes as originally intended, with missing material recreated in animation form and voiced by the original actors. Oh, that's great. Watch with optional Tom Baker introduction from the 1992 VHS release. Well, that's fantastic. I bought the Steelbook one, which was all the available video compiled to make the story up. But now we've got a complete SHADA now. And there's a SHADA. That's some SHADA. And also this on disc 7 then. Oh, so we've got the VHS version of SHADA. We've got the 2017 Blu-ray version, that's the one I was on about. And we've got this new one. We've got 3 different versions of SHADA here to watch. I'm going to be very busy this week. Deleted scenes, model filming. I noticed there's quite a bit of nationwide clips in these. It's mentioning along here. Swap Shop. Nationwide, 17th of the 12th, 79. Featuring Doctor Who toys. Love these. Well, I'm glad it came out before Christmas. I'm going to have to restrict myself to 1 disc a day though, that's what I normally do. So I'll be watching Destiny of the Daleks a little bit later on today. Right, so that's that. I'm going to keep that, I think. It might be quite interesting in the future. Give a little reference to today's date. If someone picks it up in 100 years' time, might find that interesting. So I'll keep that. Well, once again, it's a lovely looking box set. Get them while you can. See our limited edition usually, and then you just go to the standard Blu-ray box set. I think this was a little bit more than normal. I think it was about £43 this time. Anyway, oh, what's on the back? I don't think we did the back, did we? Ah, really nice, aren't they? I mean, if you're a Doctor Who fan, you're going to get it, aren't you? You probably already got it. Maybe I'm tempting the others. Anyway, there we go. So that's the new collection in Blu-ray, 7 discs. And here's some of the DVDs I've got that it replaces. So the Horns of NIMON came as a Myths and Legend DVD set. Came with a Time Monster, one of my favourites, the Time Monster, Pertwee era. Love that story. Really like that one. And Underworld. So, there we go, there it is. Do you know what, I took some of these to my local charity shop, and they refused them. They said, we don't do DVDs here anymore. And we've got plenty anyway. I was like, oh. I actually refused these. Can you believe it? So, giving them to a friend, I guess. There we go. That's the Horns of David Niven. Creature from the Pit. Go. Now strangely, I was going through my DVDs to pull out the ones that are replaced by this nice new box set, and 2 peculiarities. One, for some reason, I bought Destiny to the Daleks twice. Don't know how I'd managed to do that and not notice. And they aren't. One's not a special edition or anything. They're both exactly the same. And the other thing is, I haven't got, which one is it? Nightmare of Eden. I haven't got it. I didn't realise that I haven't got it. I wonder how many other discs I haven't got. Anyway, so another great reason for me to get this is there's one I haven't got. Don't know how that slipped through the net. This happened before when I've done a review, and I've gone to look and I found out I've had 1 disc missing. I suppose they're all available. But I mean the Tom Baker years. I know some are missing earlier on. Two disc. Might wish to pause, so that might be different. Well, there we go. So I can now pass those on to somebody else. And I got a nice new Blu-ray box set to keep me company over Christmas. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas. See you again soon.